Hey guys, it's Kate and welcome back to my channel. Before I kick off this week's video, I just want to first off say that I missed you all last week so very much. I decided to take a week hiatus from posting on my YouTube just because there is a lot going on in the world right now. This is a very hard topic for me to talk about because I myself have acknowledged that, I do have white privilege and I will never be able to truly understand what it is like to be a woman or a man of color. But I will say that I have really tried to educate myself on the matter and how difficult this is for, everyone in our society. It's very upsetting that still there are members of our society who are not accepting of all individuals, no matter what race or color of our skin is. And it's a very disheartening topic, and my heart goes out to everyone who has really been suffering through this. In my sphere of this, which is the beauty industry, I've really taken the time to educate myself on, Black-owned beauty brands, discrimination within the beauty industry, which is prevalent. I've always been pretty obsessed with YouTube for a very long time. That's one of the reasons why I started my channel. Two of my favorite people on YouTube are, of course, Jackie Aina and Nima Tang. If you don't follow them, I'll make sure to put them in my description box. They're two very influential people in my love for makeup. Some of the things that I've really taken away from them throughout watching them over the past couple of years is how, one-sided the beauty industry truly is. It's very upsetting knowing and hearing from them how discriminatory brands can be, in the sense that they don't ever really acknowledge that there are women and even men of different color who wear makeup. Time and time again, I'll hear Jackie talk about how she can't find her shade, especially Nima, because she is a very dark, beautiful woman and she has a hard time finding her shade. Recently, I watched a video with her where she talked about 2019 products that failed the people of color, and I was taken aback because it is now 2020. Yes, that was still in 2019, but it was the end of the year. We think that we're constantly making advancements, especially in this industry, and even listening to her, I know as soon as one brand takes a step forward, they're taking 10 steps back. For example, they'll make a shade dark enough for foundation for her, but then not make a compatible powder. It's upsetting to think that they feel like that's enough, and it's hard for me to hear, especially people that I admire and love so much in this industry, talk about how they, feel mistreated, even though they are so influential in so many people's lives. A lot of brands have been coming forward and presenting their stats on how many people of color they have working for them. Very few had actually anyone in a higher executive position, which was incredibly sad. But we wonder, why is there no representation for people of color in the beauty industry and within product? And it's 100% because they don't have anyone in a higher executive position that is of color. And that, I'm not saying all brands are like that, but the majority, that is what I saw. Jackie was really helping lead a movement to kind of get brands to present these statistics to the public. And I was reading so many of them that she was reposting, and I was taken aback. I was so surprised and really disheartened because some of them are brands that I really support and that I love. So thank you guys so much for still, hearing me out, hearing my heart today. This has been weighing very heavy on my heart. I haven't been, wanting to post because I didn't want to take away from what was truly mattering in society right now, and I was trying really not to be insensitive to that. It's really important to lean on each other right now and see what other people are doing and what we can do as individuals to do our part. Thank you guys so much for listening to me today. Keep on watching to see the rest of my video, but I wanted to let you all know that you're loved. I'm here for you. I'm here for this movement, and I'm here for anyone who needs me to talk to. What's up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's Kate, and I'm back for another video this week. This week's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm calling it Beauty on a Budget. Usually I achieve my look that I put on for you guys using both high-end and affordable products, but this week I'm going to show you that you can achieve a glam makeup look with affordable products. That means these products are coming from places like the drugstore, Target, the lower end side of Ulta. You can pretty much find these products anywhere other than Sephora, or other than Sephora. So without further ado, let's dive right into this video. Let's do some makeup. I got my sweet tea here. I've got to stay hydrated while we're doing our makeup, so better. Okay, so this week, I think I'm going to start with the eyes first because the palette I'm going to use, while it is a favorite of mine, it does have a little bit of fallout when I use the glitter shade. So we're going to start with the eyes. I'm going to prep my eyelids with some concealer. Concealer is great substitute for an eyeshadow primer. This is the Can't Stop Won't Stop contour concealer from NYX. I love this concealer. It's really great at canceling out dark circles, and I hope that it cancels out this discoloration on my eyelids today. This is the shade Natural. I'm gonna blend that out with my Juno & Co. sponge. This is she. You saw her in my last video. It was kind of hard to wash this sponge, so I need to look up how to wash a microfiber sponge because it just kept absorbing the soap, and then I found myself wringing it out so much. Alright, so that blended out very nicely on the eyes. Really canceled out all those veins and discoloration. So the palette that I'm going to be using today is one of my absolute favorite palettes. Even compared to some of my higher end products, I will choose this. So this is the Milani Pure Passions palette. I love this color scheme. This is my typical go-to color scheme. It's just a nice, you know, like rosy gold palette. I actually bought this to take on my study abroad last summer, and it was great because it's smaller, but I could still achieve, you know, a more natural look, a glam look, and in between. And the glitter shades are really great if you just want to put nicely over your eyelid. They are a wonderful company. I love them, and I think their eyeshadows are great. So even if you can't get this palette, I think all their palettes are pretty awesome. I haven't, you know, had any issues with any of them. Okay, I don't know which direction to go in. I think to start out with, I'm just going to use, this is called Truth or Bear. I've never really read these names of the colors, and I really think they're fun. So this is Truth or Bear, and I'm just gonna put this all over the lid to set that concealer. I sometimes like to do this. It doesn't really add any color, which is not what I wanted. I just wanted it to set that nicely so we have a nice base to work with today. That concealer did a really great job canceling out everything on my eyelids. Very impressed. Going to be using that more often for that purpose. So I'm going to go in with the middle shade at the bottom. It's kind of a rusty orangey red, burnt orange, I would say. And it is called Spice It Up. I'm just going to pack that on my outer corner. And it's okay if this step you get a little product everywhere because I'm gonna clean up the edges before I move on to the face. This is why I wanted to do the eyes first today, because some of these colors just go everywhere. So I'm taking that, packing it on the outer edge, and then I'm blending it into the crease a little bit. All right, so now I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush. This one's from Wet n Wild. This is like a 99-cent brush, which is awesome. I'm just gonna fluff all that out and diffuse the edges. All right, now I think I'm gonna carry that out just slightly. Again, we're gonna clean up the edges, so while this may look some kind of way right now, it's going to look different later. I'm carrying that out a little bit and bringing it upward and out. I'm already gonna take a little wipe. I'm just gonna get that excess off. And I'll diffuse that edge so it's not so sharp. So I'm gonna take a more flat packer brush, and I'm gonna go in even deeper. So I'm gonna use this shadow right here. It is called Late Date. Packing that on, tapping off the excess, and just gonna pack it on the edge again, just to deepen up that outer corner. All right, so I'm really liking how that's looking. I just went around again and cleaned up the edges a little bit, and just making sure everything is nice and blended out around the top area. It is definitely a bolder eye. Again, going a little glam today. So I think first I'm going to go in with Sunset by the Beach, and that is this shade right here. Again, I'm gonna go in with one of my fingers. I'm gonna pack this towards the middle outer area. And I'm just gonna blend again, because I did put some of that in the crease area. I'm gonna go in with my favorite shade in this entire palette, and that is this glitter shade right here. As you can see, it's been loved. It is called Lust and Luminous. I'm again just gonna take my finger. I cleaned off that the reddish color. This one's a little bit more glittery, I guess, so it does kind of have some more fallout. I'm gonna add a little bit more of that rusty shade just to blend those two together. So I'm just like lightly like dragging it kind of to blend them together. All right, so this is where we're at so far. I'm really liking it. It is bold for sure. I'm just gonna clean up any fallout and we'll come back to the eyes and do the lower lash line once I get the rest of the makeup on my face. So I'm just gonna clean this up a little bit. So this is the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Hydrating Hyaluronic Acid Primer. This is a great primer and I feel like it works pretty similarly to the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. Oh, I just accidentally took the thing off of that. This one's more of like liquidy. I'm just gonna go in with this. I love Colourpop products. I've used them in other videos, so you guys know that I definitely do like them. They are great, they're affordable, and they're constantly coming out with new stuff, which some people might say is but I like it. They're always impressing me. So next I'm gonna go in with a fan favorite, the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. It has like a putty feeling, of course. I definitely got that everywhere. So I'm gonna go in with this and fill in my pores in my T-zone area. I'm just gonna go in and fill in where I would normally put that Tarte primer, which is where my smile lines are, and right here on my chin I like to do. And then I'll go in up towards my forehead. I think we're looking nice. I think our skin's looking pretty hydrated. It's nice and tacky from that Colourpop primer, so that's awesome. I definitely like a more tacky finish. It's great for gripping to our foundation. All right, so since we're doing a glam look today, I'm definitely going to be going in with a more full coverage foundation. I had to grab my little palette, as we used in my last video, to put my foundation on. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to be going with a more full coverage foundation today because we are doing a glam look, and glam to me means poreless, flawless skin, plus, you know, awesome everywhere else. So we're going to be going with a favorite. I'm pretty sure this is going to be really dark on me, so we're going to go with it, but okay, this is the Milani Conceal and Perfect 2-in-1 Foundation and Concealer. This is a great foundation from the drugstore, and yeah, we're going to be going in with this today. I'm going to shake it up. I'm going in with the lighter shade that I have, and it still might be too dark, but we're just going to roll with it. So we're just going to bounce her in there and go on in. Blending that down the neck. Oh my gosh, it looks so weird. Gotta get the ears, gotta blend it on into the hairline. A little bit of product goes a long way, and I kind of forgot that about this foundation. I keep like having to itch my face, but I'm like, oh, I haven't set my makeup, so I don't want to do anything bad. But anyways, okay, so I'm gonna go in again with the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop Concealer. I have 3 shades. I usually mix a bunch. This foundation is a little dark, so I am going to go with a little bit of this caramel shade, and then I'll probably go in with just the natural shade today. Vanilla is just too light right now. Okay, so I'm going to put this a little bit on the outer edge. I'm just going to do a dot like of this because I just want to mix in the natural. As we know, I like to highlight under my eyes, so this is how we're looking. And I'm just going and cleaning that up around the edge. And then right here. So we're just highlighting the center of the face, like so. All right, so I'm going to set the under eyes with one of my favorites I've talked about before, the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. This is in translucent. So it's not going to add any color, but that's not what we want today. So again, just gonna go with my normal Morphe brush, coat the brush, tap off the excess, and we're gonna set this under eye. This powder is so freaking good. If you don't have it, you need it, I promise you. I'm just gonna set the T-zone while we're here. I'm not gonna set the face yet because I have a cream blush that I wanna dive into. So now I'm gonna go in with the cream blush. I've talked about Honest Beauty on my channel before. I love their mascara, but their cream blushes are phenomenal. I've used her, you can tell her she's a little dirty, but that's how you just know you love a product, is when it's a little bit dirty. This is in the shade Rose Pink, and you can get this at Target. They have a whole Honest Beauty little section, which is awesome. I'm just gonna use this fluffy BH Cosmetics brush, just gonna go around in here. I'm just gonna get a little bit of the excess off. This is a powerful blush in my opinion. Little goes a long way. Okay, so I'm just going in with the blush. Okay, so I'm taking it up a little bit on the side into the hairline, and then I'm going over the nose a little bit to give that sun-kissed summer look. All right, I really like where this is going so far. So now we're gonna do some bronzer. This looks so big, but I can't figure out how to get the products out of here without everything going everywhere. But this is the Physicians Formula Butter Collection with Casey Holmes. This is not new. I just have to keep everything in here because, again, I don't know how to get it out. It comes with a bunch of different products, but I'm gonna go in with this butter bronzer. Of course, the butter bronzer from Physicians Formula is a well-known, really loved product in the beauty community. I feel like using the Scott Barnes brush would be cheating for this video because it's more expensive than half the products in here. Swivel around in the bronzer. Shoot, that was a lot of fallout. I definitely went too hard on that. Okay, so we're fully coated. This could go really bad in just a second. Okay, I'm gonna go in and chisel out for a nice little contour moment. Just blend up into the hair. So we look like a bronzed goddess. Okay, so now I'm just gonna press everything in with my beauty blender. Okay, I think I'm gonna set the face with that Stay Matte powder. I'm just gonna take a nice fluffy Morphe brush, swirl around in there, and set everywhere. Just because this foundation makes your face feel a little bit wet. And it doesn't really dry down necessarily well, that's why I feel like it has to be set with the powder always. So we're going back into that same palette. I'm just gonna go in with that. First shade we use the darker, not the darker, the lighter brown. Just go underneath the eyes. Just to smoke it out a little bit. Maybe carrying it upward. And then I'm just gonna take that smaller brush that we used and just darken it up a little bit around the outer edge, the same two shades that we used. So I'm taking the middle one, tapping up the excess, and just going in slightly. I'm gonna go in with this like packing kind of brush, take that darkest shade and just go in the line, the top lashes with this. I am gonna go in with some highlighter. We still have to do the brows. Ooh, this is really an out of order video compared to what I usually do. So this is in the shade, this just says it's called I Met Someone. I don't know, this is what it looks like. I love this. I'm gonna go in with the golder shade. Coating the brush nicely. This is super cheap too, which I love. Boom, that is a nice glow. We're gonna go down the center of the nose. Again, we're going glam, so I'm going all out with the highlight. Cupid's bow, right over here. And then I'm gonna use this with a smaller brush. And I'm gonna use this as my inner corner highlight. So it's got a little bit on there, tap up the excess, and whoa, that's good inner corner highlight. I'm gonna drag that a little bit where we didn't put any product on the lower lash line. And then per usual, I'm gonna go up a little bit. Just in the crease. Just love the effect that this has on my eye looks. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. brow pencil. I didn't have any brow products that were drugstore, but this is a great eye pencil. I've used it before. It has a nice spoolie on one end, and then it has a pretty small tip on the other. This is in the shade Deep Brown, and this is their Instant Lift Brow Pencil. So I'm just gonna go in and sculpt out the brow. I already messed up. This is why I don't use brow pencils. I'm gonna go into the other one. Y'all know I don't really do a lot with my brows. A good friend of mine recently reminded me that in high school, I really sucked at doing my brows, which I agree with, but I've been very self-conscious about it recently since then. So thank you, you know who you are. Okay, so that to me looks good. I'm just gonna take this chubby stick. I got this in Australia. It's from MECCA. This is an affordable product, so I think it counts here. So now I'm gonna do my mascara and then we'll do the lips. I'm going with the NYX On The Rise mascara. This is a good mascara. I think it takes a little bit to build up, but it looks really great when you do. Now we're gonna go with the lips. I just got these from e.l.f. I got a couple of these because they were literally $3. And they are the e.l.f. Seriously Satin lipsticks. They look like this. This is in the shade Taffy. I also got the red one because I thought this was really pretty. This is in Cherry. Always need a nice red lipstick. Ooh, this is nice. This is a nice like mommy pink, but I still think it will add really well to this look. So the texture of this is pretty creamy. It is, again, a satin finish. I love these Revlon Ultra HD Matte lip colors. I have a bunch of these. This is in the shade, I think it's the HD Kisses. It's hard to tell what the color is. This is the doe applicator. I'm just gonna add this. It's nice like strawberry lip color. All right, so now I'm gonna finish this off with some setting spray. So this is the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Acid Setting Mist. Let's go in with this. Gonna give her a shake. I love the mist on this. You just, all right, just going to fan myself off and then press everything in with my sponge per usual. All right, guys, so here is today's final look. I'm really obsessed with how this look turned out. I feel super glam, I feel beautiful, I feel confident, but I can't remember the last time I put this glammable look on my face. It's definitely been a while since I've been this extreme with my makeup, but definitely showed me how much I really do miss doing makeup, as I say in all my videos. One of the reasons why I wanted to do this video today is because I wanted to show you guys that you can honestly achieve any look that you want without having to go out and buy high-end products. I do buy a lot of high-end products, but that is because I'm a makeup collector. I love having lots of palettes on hand and lots of options. I definitely don't splurge and buy a ton of things at one time. It's a progressive thing for me. So while I do buy a lot of high-end products, it's not like I'm, you know, spending all my money at once. I will find that a lot of times I am picking drugstore products or more affordable products over those high-end products that I do buy. A lot of times they do perform just as well, if not better, than a lot of my higher-end products. You know, 5 or 6 years ago, I would say the drugstore and more affordable brands didn't really have that level of, you know, sophistication when it came to makeup. They didn't have the, you know, the pigmentation, the full coverage foundations or concealers, the greatest powders, especially not eyeshadows. They really were struggling in the eyeshadow department. But now it's almost impossible that you're going to be disappointed by what a makeup brand is offering, in the sense that what they're promising is what you're gonna get. It's amazing because we're no longer, you know, limited to the fact that we need to spend a lot of money to get the kind of coverage or product that we want, or you know, the shade that we need, because, you know, brands are really surprising us constantly, coming out with amazing makeup that is affordable and that is going to give us exactly what we want. I'm really happy that I was able to do this video for you guys today. On an additional note, I want to say how grateful I am for the endless support and love you all have been giving me on my videos. I want to remind you all that you all are beautiful, that I love you guys, and I'm so grateful again for you supporting me on my channel. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next week.